Okay guys, coming up next in my kind of experimenting with going back to the original themes of my videos and focusing on one perfume. Today I'm going to be talking, actually a new series I'm going to start, and that is where I pick kind of my favorite perfume from a bunch of different houses. So it'll be one video at a time, one perfume at a time, so I can really kind of dig into it. And today's is going to be from the house of Veronique Gabai. You can't see which one it is, but stay tuned to find out what my favorite perfume from this wonderful niche house is coming up next. Welcome back everybody to JoelTheNose. And as you saw from the introduction, today's video is going to be about one perfume, but not just one, my favorite perfume from this particular house. And I'm gonna start this new series and see how you guys like it. And today I decided to go with Veronique Gabai, one of my favorite niche houses. For those who don't know, a little history, Veronique, this is her own niche fragrance. She, for years, was one of the highest ranking, most powerful people, still is, but as far as her reputation goes, but in the entire perfume industry, she ran the perfume division for Estee Lauder, which means she was responsible when they bought Tom Ford's fragrance line. I mean, she oversaw a bunch of acquisitions. She literally was like the queen of perfume. And so when she kind of left that whole corporate world, she started her own fragrance line, Veronique Gabai, after her own name. And the bottles are iconic. If you haven't seen the bottles, it's this kind of gold and clear, it's almost gold and silver. I guess it's the colors of Paris. It's kind of an ode to her home of Paris. She lives in New York now, but also has a place here in Miami, so she comes down here quite a bit, and I've met her a number of times, and she's just such a delight, such a delight. But without further ado, my favorite perfume from her line is La Pointe G. La Pointe G, for those of you who don't know, La Pointe G is the G spot. So I remember when this fragrance came out, I don't know if you guys remember, it was already 3 years ago, 2021. And I remember it was kind of in the middle of COVID, and I remember seeing the advertisements and seeing her talk about this when it was coming out. Of course, very sensual, very kind of erotic, but it is the G spot for the woman. And so this is a perfume that kind of really tries to encapsulate, I guess, that smell, that feel of a woman and the G spot. So what I like about it is it's simple, it's elegant. If you look at the notes, the main notes: iris, rose, white musk, vanilla, leather. I mean, iris to me was one of those notes that for a long time, it just for some reason didn't sit well with me, and now I love iris. Isn't it funny how your nose changes and evolves as you get more and more into this fragrance journey? My nose has evolved so far from when I started into my niche journey about 10 years ago, and iris is now one of my favorite notes. So to me, this is one of the best iris fragrances that I've ever smelled. It's just, let me spray it here. You guys see my, this smells, it's an visceral feeling I get when I smell this. It's so clean, it's crisp, it has the smell of skin, therefore, that kind of G-spot element. It's got that white musk, which is clean and fresh. The iris gives it a little powdery aspect to it, again, more of a skin. Then you have Rose de Mai, which is one of the famous classic roses from, I believe it's from France. I believe she probably would use that. It's got a little spicy opening with some pink pepper. What else? Oh yes, cedar. It's not even mentioned because here they list some of the notes, but it has leather, which the leather to me is more of a, I think more of a really kind of subdued leather. I would not consider this a leather fragrance to me, but the cedar with the iris, with the white musk is such an excellent combination with the touch of the rose. Again, I would not consider this a rose fragrance at all. To me, this is an iris fragrance. And of all her fragrances, she has so many great fragrances. that it was really kind of hard for me to pick. I was trying to really narrow it down to 2 or 3. And then I just, really sat there and smelled them and went back and forth. And La Pointe G is the winner for me. La Pointe G, if you've never smelled it and you want something that is just timeless, elegant, sexy, sensual, gonna be a compliment getter. It's not gonna be a loud, boisterous perfume. It's gonna be one which is more typical of all her perfumes. They're not ones that like project out and that you're gonna necessarily walk through and people are gonna like, oh, what are they wearing? Her fragrances, and especially this one, are for those intimate moments, for the loved one you're with, the person close proximity, because this excels on the skin. It just sits on the skin so well. And again, anyone who gets in close to you and they smell her perfumes, but especially this one to me is just, again, an absolute home run of a fragrance. La Pointe G, iris, skin, cedar, vanilla. It's got all the elements you need for a really, really good, sexy perfume. Again, I already talked about as far as the performance. Maurice, how much?
I think that one is $260.
260?
Yes.
Okay, so just the price, 260, and this is are these 100 or are they? No, what is it? 85 milliliter. Yeah, 85 milliliter. Making sure. Huh?
I think that's a 90.
It says 85.
Okay, you're right.
I wouldn't have known. But 85 milliliters, 260. Again, you're not going to get this tremendous projection, but that's not what this was designed for. It's designed for that intimate, in-close experience. And I get a good, roughly probably 6-7 hours on my skin where it's just perfect. So this is something you would put on at night when you're going to go out, or maybe when you have a date, or when someone's coming over, whatever that might be, when you're with your loved one. Perfect nighttime fragrance. So that's what I recommend for its uses, and again, I love it. So I will be doing another video soon. I'll pick another house. I'll pick my favorite perfume from that house, and we'll do another video and see how you guys like it. If you have suggestions, maybe put some down. Obviously, I'll take a look at them and see what I can come up with, all right? I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfume.